All right, guys, so talking about these carb bowl screws stripping out, I thought it'd be a good time to talk about the difference in Phillips and JIS. Now, you'll say, a lot of people seem to think that it was, Phillips was the standard and then JIS came around. But from everything I've actually been told, JIS, Japanese Industrial Standard, was the original kind of design, and Phillips was designed off of that. And that's because the Japanese industrial standard, the JIS, is more like a flat cross, and it will allow you to put as much torque as you want on the bolt. And because of that, when aircrafts were being made, I guess in the 1930s, starting to be mass produced and stuff, some of the screws were getting over tightened. They were getting tightened down too much, and it was damaging the threads. So that's when the Phillips was designed. And what the Phillips is, it looks pretty close to the same, but it's a little different shape. I'll show you in this picture. All right, here's one of the better pictures I could find on Google to show you the difference. But the way the Phillips is made is so that the bolt or screw can't be over tightened. So you start to put torque on it, then it's going to like cam out or it's going to pop out. And it's probably not going to damage the threads, but it's not going to over tighten the bolt as well. And that's not the case with JIS, which is even more stupid. Which makes even less sense because a couple of you guys commented on that last video and said, these don't even need to be that tight. And I agree. So these bolts could be Phillips just fine with no problem. And a lot of times that's all we've had laying around. We've maybe put Phillips in there before. These bowl bolts are, everything gets over tightened on these dirt bikes. Everything. And this is just another one. They don't need to be that tight at all. So when you combine something that's usually over tightened with a kind of a specialty tool that most people don't have in their garage, that's why just about every one of these carbs come into the shop strip, and your carb repairs from your pilot jets, from you letting fuel set in the bowl for months on end up costing twice as much, because sometimes it might take an extra 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to either put some vice grips on this or get this in the vise and impact hammer it out, something like that. It's just more of a pain in the butt. So, moral of this story, keep a JIS screwdriver on hand, keep a set of them, and swap these out to Allen's whenever you can.